cool. So we are going for a bit of a DIY this morning. Very, very easy, right? Matana Katz, of course, our Expresso art director. Hanging pot plants.
Yeah.
All right.
As you can see behind you, it looks complicated, but it's not. It's actually so simple and easy, and it's a very easy DIY to put together.
I'm sure it's just to get your mind around how to work with these string and the ropes and how to tie it properly.
And once you get it, you'll get it.
Okay,
I promise.
So not a lot of things you need, I'm sure. What do we have here?
So a pot plant of your choice, obviously, some coloured rope or cord, some key rings, a pair of scissors, and a ruler. That is it.
Easy, and you can get really
simple.
Funky with the colours as well. So you know, it's a bright pink and pink one as well there.
Yeah, so I think it looks quite retro with the pink and the blue next to it. But I mean, you choose any colour that suits your home. So it could really work for any person.
All right, now show us how to do it.
So the first step would be to cut 4 long pieces of rope, as you can see that I've already done over here. Okay, so in each one should be roughly 2 meters. Now this will all depend on the height of how low it will hang and how long the string will be. So obviously, depending on the plant that you want to hang, you'll have to measure it accordingly.
Use a bit of your grey matter there.
Exactly. So now you're going to take this and you're going to thread it through the key ring.
All of this?
All of it, thread it right through so that the key ring is now in the middle of all the cords.
How's that?
So keep threading right through, and make it quite even. That's great. Now from here on, it's quite difficult to work on a flat surface, so we actually want to hang it up.
All right.
So we're just going to thread that through in the top.
Okay.
And we're going to take it right over here, and we're just going to tie a really tight knot. Okay, so this is the best way to work. So hang it on a rail at home, a doorknob even, anything that you can get to now hang, because otherwise the knots just get all complicated and it becomes quite difficult.
Okay.
Right, so you are now going to tie a knot with all the strings like this, okay, and thread it through a loop, and you're going to put it
just to make sure that it doesn't actually slip on the ring.
Now you've secured the top bit over there. Doesn't matter if the bottoms are uneven because you do cut it later.
Right, hope you guys are following this.
Right, now we're going to take the ruler and we're going to, as you can see, it's separated into 2 sections almost.
Yes.
Okay, so we're going to roughly measure 45 centimeters with the ruler on the one
Once again,
side.
this depends on the height of your actual pot that you're using, right?
Exactly. It's all depending on the height. I've just done a standard one for a standard size pot plant with a plant inside, so you can now adjust it accordingly.
Perfect.
Right. So we're going to measure roughly 45 centimeters. So take the one side and separate it into 2. Okay?
Okay.
So hold that 2 for me over here.
Got it.
So we're going to roughly measure now 45 centimeters. Okay? So we've got 30 going over there already. And then we got another 15 right there. So this is roughly where our knot's going to be. So now we're going to tie a knot.
All right, just between the 2 strings there.
Just between the 2 strings, right, just easy like this. Okay?
All right.
And then make it nice and tight. So
now
now
we have a little loop.
Exactly. So now you've made the first loop already.
Okay.
So if we jump to this rope over here,
yeah.
Now you do that with the rest of the 2 cords that are hanging either side.
I see.
So we've got one more left here, so we can do this one quickly.
All right. So you just follow through basically.
You follow through. So now it's like you're joining the sections now. So it's very important. All right. So now we've got the 4 pieces, okay, together in the 2 separate sections. Right. So now we jump to our next step, and you would measure roughly 14 centimeters down, okay?
Okay.
So it's roughly like that. And then you tie the separate sections, starting to tie them together now. So as you can see, they're the knots we made before.
Yes.
And now we're going to start joining the sections.
Oh,
so that's exactly what I've done.
So the loose ends, then you tie back into a little knot.
Exactly. So it starts to make a circle. So you can tie the last one, tie roughly the same height as the other ones.
All right.
So you measure one, and then you use that as your guideline. And then you work your way methodically through the whole thing.
There we go.
There we go.
Got it.
And this part's so simple now, you won't believe. From there, we're roughly going to measure about 7 centimeters. So we're looking at roughly there.
All right.
And we literally take the whole bunch
and just tie it in a big knot.
And you just tie it in a big knot, exactly.
All right, that really wasn't that difficult.
And there you have your hanging pot plant.
And look at that, you just place your pot plant in there.
So you can take that pot plant and you can actually put it in right now.
Let's get it in here quickly. And look at that.
And then you can trim the cords to the bottom to the size that you want them, and you can play with colors, and it's super easy. That's it. That's the whole DIY.
And this is what I love about DIY at home. It shouldn't be difficult. It could be something really simple, but it ends up in a beautiful final product. Matana, you're such a legend. Thank you very, very much. Give it a try at home. Really not that difficult. But if you want to see those steps one more time, not only will we put it on our website, expressoshow.com, but here's a quick look for you.
Cut 4 pieces of rope which are each 2 meters long. String rope through metal ring and tie a knot. Measure 45 centimeters down from the ring and tie 2 pieces together. Repeat until you have 4 knots. Measure 14 centimeters down from one of the knots. Connect it to another piece of string in the knot that lays next to it. Measure 7 centimeters down and tie all the pieces into one knot. Place the pot in the middle of the holder.